man. All right.
So we are recording.
What episode is this?
This is episode 8.
Episode 8. All right. 8. Speak Between the Line podcast. It's your boy Rez. We back in the building.
King Rock. See, that's what I be talking about. That's why it needs to be ordered. That's what I be talking about. That's what I be talking about.
J Rock, then A. I was like, okay.
But see, then the week before, last episode we went in order. Rez went first, then it was me, then it was you.
Okay, who the nigga talking then?
So, right. Speak Between the Lines. We here. It's your boy King Abe.
J Rock.
So y'all they gonna do it in order now?
Right? Keep your shit. Fuck it. Right as well.
Yo, on the cool though, that nigga J Rock was like, I am not being last.
But bro, just say that. Like, I have no problem going last, bro. I have no problem, dog.
I'm a valued member of the team.
He try to stick in the J Rock, nigga. Big fuck you shit.
2. I'm always 2.
Oh, 2. I got you.
Oh my gosh.
We not doing that again.
That's funny.
Oh man, all right, man. So we back in the building, man. It's good to be back.
Yes, it
sound
is.
great.
Sounds much better.
Yes, much improved. Some homework and due diligence.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was.
Good
Homework,
stuff.
due diligence, buying shit. You know,
Amazon Prime.
Yes, sir. You know, we try to make this podcast sound as good as we can for you guys because we know you guys like listening to us. So.
And we know they talking shit about us.
Yes.
Boy,
yes.
bad shit.
Oh man, good week.
Good week, man. Good week for me. You know what? I had every intention to be on time today, but 18
Just
wheelers,
like a nigga.
bro. I had every intention to be here at 10.
CPT time, I got you.
An 18 wheeler rolled off the motherfucking bridge, and so they were trying to get his ass from up out the creek and shut down 2 lanes. So I was a little late, but you know, better late than never, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, it depends on which party you get invited to.
Yeah, or if you're going to work.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better never than late. Hey, yo, you pull that move out on your boss. Be like, text him, be like, yo, I'm gonna be about 30 minutes late. 30 minutes hit, you be like, oh, traffic backed up. It's gonna be about another 45 minutes. You know what? I'm not feeling well.
Oh my gosh!
I'm coming in at noon.
Yeah, for real.
Like 1 o'clock.
I'll be there at the lunch break.
Like, I'm just not gonna make it. I'm just not. Man, make it up. I threw up. No,
Like whatever. I'm just not gonna come in. Goddamn.
Oh man, that's funny. Good week, Jay.
Man, had a great week, man. Man,
We don't believe you.
I was on.
Hell nah, you did not sound convincing, my
I
head.
was on time most time this week to work.
Oh, that's funny. All right, man. So,
How about you? Good week?
Oh yeah, it's a great week. Trust me, when we get to wins, losses, like great week, dog.
Okay.
I took plenty dubs this week.
Right on.
So
Good
yeah,
shit.
man.
Okay. Well, speaking of which,
It's that time again. Like,
all right. So, shit, I can go first.
yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
You like going before Jay?
I mean, you know what, Jay? You go first. You go.
okay, yeah, I'm going to jump out. So this week, my dub is the microphone.
You see how he was like, yes.
It's like,
Goddamn right, I'm gonna go.
Goddamn right. I'm a valued member of this team.
The most important part, the MVP, baby. The MVP.
All right, so microphone.
Yeah, so
You sound great, by the way.
man, it sounds fucking amazing.
You know what? I'm glad I had another win because my win was going to be a microphone too, and he would have beat me to that shit.
So that's why I wanted to go first.
All right, go ahead.
We've been working on upgrading equipment for you guys. So found a pretty good microphone, a great microphone on Amazon. Picked it up for under $100. So definitely excited about that.
What's up, man?
Were we working on it, or was this like a necessity?
Shit, nigga, this is a goddamn necessity because we could lose all this goddamn shit.
Man, it was so much. He said I had to upgrade to Amazon Prime because of this.
Bro, niggas is coming for these receipts, boy.
Got this affiliation. Bang, 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 bang. Oh shit!
I love though, but yes, yeah, we want to give y'all sound, but shit, we about to have no sound in this motherfucker. We're gonna have one goddamn mic. It was gonna be Rudy's mic.
We'll come back to episode 1.
Oh shit!
Not around the iPad.
Condensers for everyone.
Oh my gosh, that's
ahead,
what's up,
man.
though. That's what's up, man. Well, you know what? My win was actually watching Black Panther for free.
Oh,
Because niggas was in the movie cutting up, bro. It wasn't black people, but
Then why'd you say niggas?
you know what? It was folks. Folks was in the movie cutting up, bro. Like for real.
well, niggas mean ignorant. So I mean, white people can be niggas.
Yeah.
In most cases.
but
They just can't say
Oh,
nigga.
yeah.
yeah, there you go. So they was cutting up, man. I'm talking about laughing and talking during the entire movie. And the thing was, they were laughing and talking about stuff that had absolutely nothing to do with the film.
That's the worst.
Like, bro, I was at one point I looked at them and I was just like, y'all, come on, bro. What are y'all doing? And then they would kind of just chill out, and then some more of their friends would come and they just turn up again. Dog, at one point I was just like, shush. Shush.
Boy, I thought this was gonna get real good. Can y'all please shut the fuck up,
Bro, I should have, dog. But the thing is, we went and got guest services. They came. They didn't do shit. And what put me over the top was something happened in the film that was good because the theater reacted on it.
Yeah.
I missed it because they were talking. I looked to my wife. I said, what did they say? I missed it. She said, I don't know. I couldn't hear them. I was like, oh, you couldn't hear them? Okay. This movie is for free. Nigga, I went down to get service. I was like, look, B, some kids was in there in front of us talking. We told them nicely to be quiet. They didn't. We came and got y'all niggas. Y'all didn't do shit. I need y'all to run me my bread back, please.
Run it.
Run it all the way back,
Tap
bro.
them pockets, buddy.
What, bro? Because I didn't pay all this money to see this movie in IMAX just so people could be in here talking and laughing about stuff that has nothing to do with film.
Facts.
So
Facts.
y'all niggas, y'all on that movie pass shit. So y'all could just be like, I'll just see it again.
No, I still want that refund. I want that refund. On the receipt, it said I was charged, so
Yeah.
I'm really gonna come up.
That's called cash. That's called profit.
But dog, I was so mad. And I remember I was driving home and I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know what? If there was any movie I should have seen on opening weekend, it should have been Black
it should have
Panther.
been. Yeah.
Because I know black people were in that movie on some
Riot.
nonsense.
No
dog.
Best
nonsense.
behavior.
Dog, no nonsense. If you was in there cutting up on opening weekend,
Nigga, we getting you the F out of
bro,
here.
you would have got busted in the
getting
head
out.
with a drum or some shit, bro. Straight up. But it was a dope movie. I definitely plan on seeing it again. But like I said, the theater, they were really understandable. They gave us our money back and 2 free tickets.
Winning.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a win. So you got another IMAX ticket, or just they gave you regular this time?
I mean, well, it was a
You know the
ticket.
answer. You know the answer to that.
It was a blank ticket. I'm gonna try to see. I'm gonna see if I can use those tickets for 3D showing. You know what I'm saying? So if I can slide in on the 3D or something. But yeah, man, it was all good.
That's funny. That's funny. Well, my win. I actually had 2 wins, but the main one was, President's Day just passed.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
I didn't realize it was President's Day until President's Day. Actually, I think that's probably like the most underhyped holiday.
Oh, yeah.
Well, 4 years ago it's pretty good, but now,
Touche. So, it's the weekend and we see a commercial come on for a mattress firm and they're like, oh, it's a half off sale, or, we're going to give you a king size bed for the price of a queen size bed for the price of a full, whatever, right? So I go online. I'm like, yo, we just got to the crib. We need, a guest bed. So we gonna take our bed from the master, put it in the guest. Cool. So we go up in there. We like, all right, what are we spending? We ain't spending no more than $700. Well, we walk in there. We see 2 white guys. We see the black dude. I already know
who you gonna
the
go
black.
to?
I was gonna go to him. That nigga looked at me. I was like, oh, this is done. He walks up to me, right? And the white dude tells him. The white dude was like, hey. So it was like, I guess he figured he was gonna get the sale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Black on black. I get it. I understand. So he was like, oh, what brings you in? He was like, oh, well, we saw the commercial. We want to, get a mattress and everything like that. And it's like, okay, cool. Let me show you some beds. This nigga took me to the most expensive bed
Of course.
in
course.
the goddamn place, right?
Of course, why wouldn't he?
This nigga, hold on. This shit was called a Clearmont Hybrid Pillow Top Matte King Prime.
That's like some shit that's gonna hug your ass. When you go to sleep. Come on, lay on me. Just wrap yourself around your ass.
This shit just embraces your soul. So we look at the bed. We like, dog, we trying to spend $700. I look at the price tag. That shit was $3,000. Oh shit! Man. It was 3,000 like seven. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 3,999.
Oh my god!
It was 3,999. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, that's a mistake. I should not lay on that. But he was like, no, go ahead. And he's, you know how you pat the bed to make it more inviting?
Yeah.
Nigga, pat the bed. And I had to go. So I lay on the bed, dog, and like, you ever had anesthesia hit your veins?
Yeah.
It felt like that.
Oh wow.
Like, nigga, I almost passed out. I kicked the shoes off in the middle of the store. Dog, I was done.
What? It was like that?
Dog. And the missus, she was like, oh my God, babe. And I was like, don't say anything. You're putting us in a bad position. We gotta pretend like we don't like it.
For real.
Have to negotiate. Taking away all my leverage. So we lay on the shit, and then he was like, yeah, so we can actually get it for the queen size. So that's only $3,400.
Nigga, what, $3,400?
What, pesos?
I was like, nah, I really don't. I was like, I'm not ready the way my checking and savings is set up. So,
hell no.
Dog, it was crazy. So and this is how I know this dude's a good salesman. So he checks the ring on the missus, right? He said, hey, can I see that? And she's like, yeah. He said, I just bought my fiance that same ring.
Oh.
And so I'm like, no, he didn't.
That nigga say he can get to you, he's gonna get to the wife.
So he pulls open his phone. No bullshit. He actually it's the same ring.
Oh,
so
wow.
I was like, So I tried to. Yeah. Oh my God. So I was like, okay, I just took an L. So I tried to change subjects. I was like, you know what? You're pretty good at sales, man. You ever thought about working for yourself?
The network marketing coming in.
I try to segue off. I was like, I may not be buying this bed, but I'm gonna give him an opportunity.
There you go.
So, he was like, well, what company do you work for? I said, well, we work with a company called Legal Shield. We give access to law firms across the country. He was like, I actually work with Legal Shield.
Oh, you thought you had a new recruit.
No commission.
Dog. And I was like, bullshit. And this nigga pulls out his license.
Wait, who carries the license with
I was like, bro.
Oh my God.
Are you serious? So now I'm cornered because I was like, okay,
you in a box.
As a black dude, I just watched Black Panther. I want to support. He's in Legal Shield.
You know what happened last time you tried to do some shit like that with the damn cookies? How many times you gonna let Black Panther get your ass?
Black Panther finna be L for you.
So the dude was like, well, we can finance it. And I
wish I could have been there for that.
Oh my God. I was like, bro, my philosophy, I hate that. And he was like, well, no, there's no finance charge to it. I said, why would you finance me and there's no finance charge?
Right.
He was like, well, we actually pay the finance charge to you. So there is a charge, but we cover it for you. And then you just pay it throughout 60 months. I was like, nigga, that's 5 years. Right. So
that's a car.
Against and I heard Dave Ramsey in my head. He was like, no, nigga. No. And he's the only person I would probably get away with that. But he was like, no, do not finance this shit. I was like, and I looked at the bed again. I was like, all right, let's see what happens.
Wow. Okay, so is the bed here?
No. So hold on. Let's get to the point. Hold on. So let's get to the dub. So he ran my financing, and I checked you know how you go to Credit Karma?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I went to Credit Karma because I was like, well, shit, I'm in the 7s. I'm good. I go to Credit Karma. I'm not in the 7s no more. I dropped to the 6s. And so I was like, the fuck? And then I looked and, remember when ADT suckered me into that whole $2,000? Yeah. Well, the card that was on it, when it was hitting me for $600 a month, it was the credit card. It wasn't the debit card. So the balance went up, the score went down, right? So he runs my stuff. He was like, "Oh, well, you only got approved for 1,200," and I was like, "Oh, well, that's good for me. That's all right. That's my out. I'm good."
Yeah.
He was like, "Well, no, let me see what I can do," because he was in this contest to try to get to Hawaii and all that. So long story short, this fool says, "Man, we ain't really trying to make no profit. Let me talk to the manager real quick," because he's an assistant manager. So he pulls the manager over. He's like, "Look, man, I want to really hook them up with this bed. We ain't really trying to make no money off this. Like, we just trying to compete for the contest, right?" He's like, "Yeah." He said, "Is it okay if I do this?" He said, "Yeah." He comes back. He says, "Look, man, I have the same bed on clearance and I can get it to you." Now, the thing with clearance is people will buy the bed. They'll usually sleep on it for like a week or two. And then they'll call us back and say, "Hey, I don't want it." And then they'll do a 5-point restoration.
Or fuck on it. Or goose.
Yeah, something like
exactly.
that. Right. So they'll do like a 5-point restoration. They'll clean it up and everything like that. And then it goes on clearance. Once it goes on clearance, they can't sell it for the same price. I said, "Make your point." He was like, "I'm willing to give you this king size bed for $1,200. I said, "Excuse me?" He said, "Yeah, $1,200. I said, "Can I get that in writing?" He said, "The only catch is I can't give it to you right now because we have to wait for one to come in. But that's pretty frequent, right?" Mm-hmm. So he writes up the contract, and in it literally says, "You say sleep happy. You save $2,859.60 off this bed.
Guaranteed sale."
Yo.
W.
That's what's up, man.
I was like, "Nigga, what? Dog, I can knock that out in one payment."
That's what's up.
Wow.
So the moral of the story is sometimes having good credit ain't good for you. Because if I would have had my 7, whatever that was, they would have charged me the whole 3.
Oh,
I would have got hit for the whole 3,000.
Also, no matter what happened, you was buying this bed regardless.
Yeah. The way that no,
He's trying to segue off of that real quick.
No, bro, like it literally grabs your soul, bro. Like it's crazy.
Where did you go?
Mattress Firm.
I want to check this bed out. I was when Rock said, "Was it here?" And if he would have said,
Right,
"Yeah," I would have been like,
"Hey, we finna cut out this podcast real quick."
You know what I'm saying? I'm not dirty. I took a bath before I came. You know what I'm saying? I'll be good. Just want to sit on it real quick.
I took a bath.
You know what I'm saying? That's a win, though, dude.
Yeah,
that's a huge win.
That was a W. And then just on the lightweight win, I canceled a credit card this week, and the only reason I found out about it was because of Mattress Firm. Because Mattress Firm, when they ran it, I checked the Credit Karma and $50 popped up on this card. I ain't used this card in like a year. I was like, "The hell?" So I thought somebody stole my shit. I thought they stole my identity or something like that.
Yeah.
I called them. They were like, "Oh, no, that's our annual service fee." I was like, "No, I ain't used this card in a year. Cancel that shit."
Right.
And so, they transfer you to customer service. It was like, "Well, if you keep it, we can, credit you $30. So we'll only take 20. I was like, "No, cancel that shit. I'm trying to get out of debt."
Yeah.
So he said, "All right." He cancels my shit. I forgot this is the first credit card I had ever used. So it was a secure credit card. So I had to put $200 down on it. Well, because I put the $200 down and I canceled it, they sending me a check for $200.
Oh, that's nice. So really, this bed only cost you $1,000.
Oh, yeah. If you think about it. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
That is a good point.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
That's a good point.
Yeah, touche. Boy, you're a sharp one. So, yeah.
Math classes, man, to help out.
Dubs. I caught that.
That's cool. That's cool, man. That's what's up. Real quick, I want to kind of just bounce back to Black Panther real quick.
Bounce back.
Bounce back. Kinda. I know y'all did a whole review on it.
You say Wakanda? Did you say Conda or Wakanda?
No, I said Conda.
Oh, no, we didn't Conda. We did.
No, my ears are wired for Wakanda. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, well, yeah. So I know y'all did a review on it that I missed, but I don't want to harp on it too much.
We bodied that hoe too.
Yeah. If y'all hadn't heard it, definitely go back and listen to it. I just want to give my quick thoughts on it because I said I don't want to harp on it too much because y'all
I would love to hear this though.
Just really like 2 or 3 things that y'all may or may not even agree with. So one is I feel like Wakanda is an example of if Black people were to pull all their resources together and actually work together and not try to beat each other down or compete against one another, I feel like we can have something like Wakanda.
Well said. Like Black Wall Street.
Exactly. Like Black Wall Street, like that was. I want to say, at least to me, that's what I saw. Because I know at the end of the movie, he was about giving his resources away,
Right.
which I kind of got my thoughts on that. But I really feel like that. I was watching the movie and I was like, man, yeah, if we could do that, if we could work together, then we could have our own Black Wall Street.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
My second point is I fucks with Killmonger.
Heavy.
Yes.
Heavy.
Hell yeah.
I fucks with Killmonger.
Heavy.
I think his approach. Approach was wrong though. About what he was trying to do.
He did kind of stab. What was his name? In the chest, the purple old boy that betrayed his father. He did kind of stab the dude.
Forrest Whitaker?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm talking about as far as
He did kind of. What was that? Hold on. What was that Dave Chappelle skit? He was like Wayne
Black
Brady.
actors.
Remember Wayne Brady was like, "Does Wayne Brady have to choke a bitch?" Killmonger kind of lifted that bitch. Like, yo, I was like,
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
bro.
like-
When he did that shit, I was like,
That chick is dead.
this is a real ass nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro,
absolutely.
I was
This
like-
nigga was not. He was phoning on bullshit.
I was like, is Disney okay with this? Did they know? Go ahead.
But man, so I thought his approach was wrong from the standpoint of how he was trying to, free the oppressors in a
Right.
sense.
Right.
I understand his position because he's coming from a position of oppression. But what he should have done, at least in my opinion, is what they did at the end of the movie. What T'Challa did at the end of the movie, where he started. He went to Oakland and started buying.
Yeah.
The projects and saying
projects.
the project is the beacon
Yeah.
in the ghetto. I like that. Yeah,
Exactly.
That was real nice.
Exactly. That's
That was
what,
well done.
That's what I feel like. That's the approach they should have went with.
Right.
Bob, all these popular black cities or whatever, black towns, black countries or whatever,
Yep.
and make them self-sufficient.
Yep.
And maybe even run off their own Wakandan currency. That's how I feel like
would've
you
been fire.
topple. That's how I feel like you topple
Yeah.
a regime or a government or something like that. You know what I'm
Agreed.
saying? Not with necessarily violence. Because let me ask y'all this, because y'all may know better than I do. The weapons that he was trying to send off,
Yep.
the weapons had power, right?
Hell yeah.
But
Yeah.
my thing is,
They have value too.
if I hold the weapon, does that power transfer to me?
No, it's like a gun. Like it's just I shoot
a tool.
and it blows up, so I can overthrow. It's like anarchy. Like I'm creating anarchy. I'm going
Right.
to like police ain't coming here because what I'm packing they not ready for.
But you're talking about we're not talking about police. We're talking about government and people who have power. And
Right.
weapons and
So,
all.
like in the scene where they're packing up their crate,
Okay.
he took out a spear. He's like, it's a spear that has the power to absorb and shoot sonic blasts. Is
can knock out a
weaponry
tank.
that no one in the world has.
Right.
Is more advanced than anything else. We got cloaks that has shields on it.
Yeah.
Nigga, what are you gonna do to that?
You can't do anything to us. Like if you want to rob something, you're gonna rob it. If you want to blow something up, you can blow something up. If
Yeah.
you want to sell it, because he said we got 1,000 of these things,
Mm-hmm.
you can literally sell it, make money, and then still blow shit up.
Gotcha.
Like they were gonna overthrow the government.
And so, like, a counterpoint, I was talking to somebody, and they're like, well, I didn't like the fact that black people were fighting black people in this movie. But,
Have they not seen Chicago?
but the thing about it, we were so advanced, no one else was a threat to us.
Right.
So that's how advanced the weapons are, that no one else is a threat.
Right.
So that's what the whole point is, like, with the whole nuclear race. You know, because America had nukes and nobody could challenge us, and then other people started developing it that way they could challenge us. So that's what that part was for me, anyway.
I got you. So yeah, like I said, I fucks with him, but I think his approach was wrong. And my last point is, I think that Wakanda, their approach to provide aid to the UN off bat, I think they did it too quickly.
I wouldn't have done it to the UN that quick.
I wouldn't have. Nah, I was watching. I was like, nah, that's too quick. Like, give black people.
I would have gave the hood it first.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what he started to do. You know, with Oakland and all that stuff. Like, give it to your people first before going to the
Because
UN.
then that stupid question that the UN dude asked wouldn't be
I wanted
asked.
him to shit on him so bad.
What resources do you have to give to us?
Yeah. And if you establish the neighborhoods all across the world, or at least it starting in America and then going on to the world, that UN question doesn't happen.
Exactly.
Because now you know, oh, that's a Wakanda resource base. That's what they do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Please share. Please share. your
Exactly.
technology with us.
Because you give away your leverage. Because you have leverage
Yeah.
over the entire world. And
I
when you
agree
go
with
to
that.
the United Nations and say, this is what we have to offer, You're giving up your leverage.
Right. I think the message behind that was just strictly like
Unity in
helping
general.
the world. Yeah, unity. And okay, well, we're all in this together.
Right.
Black, white, whatever. It doesn't matter. And I think that was the message. So maybe in a real world sense, yeah, we'll pump the brakes. But from a movie, they got to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just fast forward to this.
I got you. That's what's up. But I mean, all in all, I mean, I thought it was a dope movie. I would say his sister was probably my favorite character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I loved her to death.
Yeah, she was fire. Do you know what I call them? Sneakers.
Sneakers.
That line
That
was
was hilarious.
Yeah. It was
yo.
probably her, and then Killmonger was probably my second favorite character, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
my favorite character is still M'Baku.
M'Baku?
Like, yeah. He is still my favorite character. Like that whole scene with the you cannot speak here. Say one more word and I will feed you to my children. And that nigga was like,
What? Fear.
I'm kidding, we're vegetarian. Like, that one line, like everything about him, dude. Like, are you done?
Yeah.
Are you done? Like, it was perfect. I love M'Baku. The only thing I don't like about him is like, man, stop playing. We know you're gonna help. You're like,
Oh, yeah.
we will
Yeah.
not help. Okay, of course, we know.
Yeah. That's the save the people line.
Yeah.
Right. We're not gonna help it, and they come back later
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
end up helping out. So
I will say this though, I watched it again last night. Me and the missus. I have to renege on my initial ranking of that movie.
I figured you would.
Yeah.
I was waiting on it.
So I literally cried 4 times last night in that movie. There was 4 different scenes that really got me.
So I know the ending scene with Killmonger is obviously going to be one.
Yeah. The scene with his father, the first time he met his father,
Oh, yeah. That was dope.
and like the tear dropped.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Stand up, you are a king." Like, for again, I feel like that line was meant for us as a population, not just him telling him as a character. And then the scene where he was with Forrest Whitaker and he asked him to tell him the truth. And he said he couldn't tell him the truth. He said, "The king made me promise." He was like, "I am your king now." That scene was just so powerful. Like it's just, I'm a sucker for dialogue. And I'm a sucker for good performances. When I think about Black Panther, I don't think of anything CGI. I could care less about the CGI. And I think that's a staple of a good movie. If I have to think about CGI first, that means you've probably fucked up. Because
that's a good point.
Then you're thinking like Transformers and trash movies like that. But I would probably, I'm going to say it. Yeah. Black Panther is the best Marvel movie I've ever seen.
Oh,
Because
you said that.
I had it at-
didn't you?
Yeah.
I thought so.
I had it at 5. I had Civil War. No, I had Winter Soldier, Civil War, Avengers, Iron Man 1, and then Black Panther. But when I really sat back and thought about it, I've never had that type of emotion come out of me in any of those movies. So yeah, I'm gonna put it up there.
Yeah. So, I obviously said Black Panther was my number 1. If I take the emotion out of it, then it's number 2. It's still an amazing movie.
Yeah.
But for the emotion, for the culture, what it does this not only as Black people, but as people in general, what it does for women, how women are in the forefront as they're the most powerful warriors, second only to Black Panther. It has to be number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie did a lot. Even though those kids almost fucked it up for me, it was really good. It was a really good movie. So it was dope. Definitely don't see it again. I got I started my Black Panther workout, exercise plan,
I did
diet
see you
plan.
on Facebook talking about that.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be one of them niggas in the movie come Halloween. So, quick question for y'all.
Yeah.
If y'all had to set up shop in one place, what would it be? Zamunda or Wakanda?
Wakanda.
Is that a question?
Wakanda.
Yeah, because I heard people say Zamunda.
Nah, Wakanda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wakanda, absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got more technology.
Yep. Pride, technology. Ain't no elephants running through your fucking bedroom.
Only rhinos.
Be like, Bobo.
Man, but yeah, it was good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So what we getting into, y'all?
Shit. Well, I was something else I was thinking about. I kind of want to just bounce off of y'all real quick. It was a quote that I was reading from Kevin Hart's book. I Can't Make This Up. Right, Life Lessons of Kevin Hart. It's his biography on his life, and if you guys haven't read it, it's a good read. And that's coming from somebody that don't even read biographies. Like I think they're boring, but I'm starting to get into them more. Like I read Kevin Hart's, I read Charlemagne's book, Black Privilege, they're 2 dope books. But I want to kind of hit y'all with this quote real quick that I got. Maybe we kind of discuss it.
Okay.
So the quote is, "It's easy to complain about your life, how tough it is, how stressful it is, how unfair it is, how everyone else has it much better. But if you step into the life of someone you envy for just a day, you'll discover that everyone has their own problems, and they're usually worse than yours. That's because your problems are specifically designed for you with the specific purpose of helping you grow."
Get that to me one more time.
You want it
That's
again?
fire.
Yeah, get that to me one again.
All right. So it's easy to complain about your life, how tough it is, how stressful it is, how unfair it is, how everyone else has it much better. But if you step into the life of someone you envy for just a day, you'll discover that everyone has their own problems, and they're usually worse than yours. That's because your problems are designed specifically for you with the specific purpose of helping you grow.
Okay, I want J Rock to respond to that, but pump the brakes. Did you just do that off memory? Because you're not looking at anything.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I actually do it again. It's like, wow,
That is
I was impressed by that.
Yeah. Low key, Rock was trying to challenge me all day. He was like, "Let me see if you can do this shit again." Nah, but that's literally my favorite quote in the book. And so like I read it and I internalize what it means. So yeah, I just read it so much to where I remember it.
Okay,
yeah.
Rock, go ahead.
Wow, that's I really like that quote because it's I agree with it. Because when you look at anything that you've gone through, whether it's financial, relationships, whatever the case may be, that's a test that you have to learn from. So when you look at people who are successful, you're not looking at their story. You're looking at their success. Okay, really? Is that what we're doing? All right. So look at it from a church perspective. One thing my pastor used to always say is, with the testimony, you don't know what my test is. You're just looking at the outcome.
Right.
Yes.
With anybody who's done anything, they've let's take Steve Harvey, for example. He's wildly successful now, but he was homeless. He used to live in his car. He worked dead-end jobs. People don't look at, the struggles that you went through beforehand. They don't look at what the outcome is. That goes back to when we're talking about broken homes. And you said that you take a sense of pride that you taught yourself, that you don't blame others. You put the focus on yourself because that's part of your test, that's part of your past that helps develop you. So, I definitely agree with that because if you put yourself in somebody else's situations, you don't have the same work ethic as somebody who's been employed a couple of times. You don't have the same work ethic as somebody that's been laid off, somebody who's been fired. You don't have that same experience. So you can't handle the success that they had because I agree with that. Everything that you go through is tailor-made for you. The scripture says that God's not going to put more on you than what you can bear.
Right.
That's so everything that you have is based on what you can bear. You can't bear somebody else's problems, so you can't look at what somebody else has in life and say, well, I need to get that. Well, you need to see, well, the things I'm going through, am I learning from them? Am I evolving from them? If you're going through the same problems, that means that you're not learning from anything. You're not evolving as a person, so you're never going to get to the level of success that you want because you're not learning.
Right.
So whenever I hear that, that's what really rings true for me with that.
That's real.
That's a great breakdown, actually.
That was
really
a good breakdown.
And that's my first time hearing that quote. I wasn't prepared for it this time like I was in episode 1.
That is dope.
That's fire.
Yeah, man. You know what? I love everything you just said. And one thing I want to say too is because we can get so wrapped up in other people's life that we start to negate our own accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? We start to discredit our own accomplishments. And, because there's so much, people post all this great stuff about what's going on in their life on social media.
Right.
Only the perfect stuff that's going on in their life, but you don't see, like what Rock said, you don't see what people are doing on the back end. You don't see what people have gone through to get to certain points in their life. And it's like, you can see that so much because I've even had to catch myself a few times where I can see everybody, well, not everybody, but certain people on social media or on Facebook or on TV and all that stuff, and they have all this life or all this stuff and this lavish life, and it's like, wow, what am I doing wrong? Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like you can start thinking that, and like what Rock said, I mean, he said it perfectly. Like, look at your own life and see, okay, what do I need to be doing? What challenges am I going through right now that need to get me to my next level? Because the only race that matters is the race that you're running for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I can worry about my race. I can worry about Rez's race. I can worry about J Rock's race. I can only worry and control mine. So,
right.
Yeah, Rock made some good points with that.
No, I 100% concur. I mean, it's just one of those things where I think we just got to get back to loving your own life and not trying to live through somebody else's accomplishments or live through somebody else. Like you said on Facebook, it's kind of hard when you try to judge your everyday life by somebody's highlights.
Yes.
Like, because most people on Facebook, they only put the good stuff on there. So you're literally watching a highlight reel of their life. Like, they're not flying everywhere every day. They're not on vacation 365. Like, they don't come up every day. Like, there's a lot of legwork, a lot of stuff behind the scenes that goes on before they can accomplish that. But it's good because you want to share positive things in your life because you can be an inspiration to other people. But it can also be bad because they can take that the wrong way and start, like you said, judging their accomplishments by what you're doing. Right. And then they're not finishing their race. They literally are coming to a standstill to watch you.
Yes.
So, I think J-Rock kind of nailed that on the head just off rip. I don't know if it's too much to really add to that because, you know, God does prepare us for what we go through. I honestly can't handle this shit that you go through on a everyday basis. And I can't imagine what kind of mindset you have to get into to prepare for that. You know, like, God, I'm not ready for certain things. Like there's a reason I haven't had a child yet is I'm not ready. Like, I feel like God is going to put me in that position when I'm mentally ready and capable. Right. You know, because I mean, I know plenty of people, you know, went on vacation with their missus. They popped up and they were like, oops. And then 9 months later, they had a kid, but they were ready. Right. Even though they thought they weren't ready, like, God knew, hey, you're ready for parenthood, or you're ready for, you know, to purchase a house, or you're ready to buy this type of car. You're ready to, you know, invest in this type of stock, or whatever it is you're doing. Man, that's just a deep quote. And you said it's from K Hart?
Yeah. It's from Kevin Hart's book.
Yeah, no, Matt, wow. I really like that quote. And something that you said, like, both you guys brought up social media. Right. And you're both 100% right that it is a snapshot. You look at a vacation that somebody took and they go to, let's say, California, or they go out of the country, but you don't look that they saved up for the past 2 years to get there. Right. You don't see the sacrifices that they make, because nobody puts the sacrifice, because sacrifices aren't pretty. They're not glamorous. They're not what the world wants to see. They only want to see the victory. So no, I really like that, because you never see the sacrifice. Like, if you're listening, look at income, you know, are you willing to sacrifice the 4 years somebody went to school to get a 6-figure income? You're just looking at the income now. You're not looking at what it took to get there.
Yeah. Shit, the income, going to school, hell, even building a business. Like, what are you really willing to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool to see stuff. It's cool to see people's accomplishments and to want that, but what are you really willing to do to work to try to get it? Like, and through your own life, through your own journey at whatever you're trying to go through and get through, and the challenges and the obstacles that you're going to go through. Like, are you willing to go through the obstacles that are set in front of you to get the lifestyle that you want? Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I try to keep that quote. Like I said, I mean, y'all kind of joke, but yeah, I try to keep that quote in my mind because it checks me, because I'm on social media a lot, because that's what I do. So, like, to me, that's what I do for my business. So I see everybody's accomplishments.
Yeah.
People posting stuff on Instagram and all this other stuff. So like in a sense, I use that quote to check me.
To keep your level.
Yeah, to check myself. You know what I mean? Because you can in a sense like see all that. It can be overpowering and overwhelming, and you can, in a sense, become depressed off of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you can really start questioning your own life. So,
you know what? I had to look the quote up again just to make sure I was getting the depth of it. Because I'm visual. When I look at something, I retain it a lot better. So one of the things that he said that I didn't really think much about is he talks about stepping into the life of someone you envy for just a day. So let's just think about people that are really, really successful, and we are pretending like, hey, we really want to be that person. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you're right. You may not be equipped to handle the problems that they have. So, for example, maybe they have the house that you've always wanted, or the car that you always wanted, or maybe just a social acceptance as far as like popularity. Because popularity, people want to be loved, right?
Yeah.
People want to be cherished. Well, think about like a celebrity that it could be anybody. I don't know, Bruno Mars, whoever, right? That fool can't go outside. He can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
He would get mobbed.
You got to have protection.
Like, so, we envy some of these people. Like I know people that are dancers or singers, and they want to be him, right? But if they really took time to think about like, okay, well, this dude has a schedule he has to follow religiously. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a sacrifice. If he goes outside, like he can't go to the grocery store and just go buy something. That's gone.
Right.
So are you willing to take on that type of sacrifice? Because some people ain't ready for that. It might be people that are after you are strictly around you just for your money, just for your success, just for the rub off of credentials. Like, oh, well, I'm with this person, so that means I'm bigger. So they're not even for you. They're just trying to be around you to get some shine.
Yeah, to elevate themselves.
So, yeah, I envy this person, but if I was this person, I might be around nothing but fakeness. But we don't think about that stuff, and that might be a problem we just not really ready to handle.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot you can actually pull out of this. But I mean, I don't want to deep dive too bad into it, but yeah, that's dope. That's a dope quote.
Yeah, like, man. Yeah, now you did that one. Well, you brought a gem today.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to keep y'all coming with fire quotes, but like I said, that's one I constantly think about. So
No, I absolutely. I think it's something that we all should, think about whenever you start to get envious of what somebody else has. Look back and say, well, what can I do to improve myself? And that's one thing that my brother told me when he decided to go into his career is, because he does art, but he loves technicals. He loves computers.
All right.
And he said, well, I looked at where I'm at now with art, and I looked at how far I have to go to get to my goal. Then I did the same thing with technology. And with technology, it was on the gap between now and where I want to go was something I was willing to do. So you had to know what you're willing to do for yourself, for your own goals, and for your own life to know how far you're willing to go. Because it's easy to say, well, I want to be a millionaire. Well, look at where you're at right now. It's like, what will I have to do to get there?
Right.
And are you willing to make that step every day to get to that goal?
yeah.
So I love it.
One last thing on that. This just hit me. That last sentence, it says, because your problems are designed specifically for you with the specific purpose of helping you grow. I don't know if we as a society have really accepted that our problems are actually there to help us. I think we look at it more as like a nuisance, or like, I just don't want to deal with this. I'm tired of my own problems, but that's literally the seed. That's what's going to build the character to get you to what you really need to be. There's that saying, what is it? A millionaire isn't a millionaire when they actually get the money. They become the millionaire, the person that's able to attract or obtain that type of money well before they actually get the payout.
There you go.
You have to become one internally. Well, that's the same thing about your problems. Like, I want to be a good father. You know, I'm tired of this kid crying, right? But you have to go through that so you can be the good father. Like,
that is true.
I just don't know if we as a society have. I don't think we look at problems the right way. You know, we just kind of want to get rid of them as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And sometimes that causes more problems because we take it a cheap way out.
Yeah, absolutely. And like going back to what we're talking about with fatherhood, people learn through pain and consequences. Problems gives you pain and consequences. They're there for you to learn from it.
Good point.
So instead of just trying to avoid it, that means you're going to keep on running to the same pain until you learn how to evolve from it. So,
you know, it's funny. I was at church.
hey, man.
And they kind of... No, I was at church and Pastor said that he was talking about, you know, seeds and planting. And he says, what's one thing that every seed has to go through to grow?
Dirt.
Right. So life is going to throw some dirt on you. You want the dirt. What else gonna happen? The rain. The rain's gonna hit you. You want the rain. He's like, he says when farmers do their planting and everything like that, they throw manure on it. So some shit is gonna hit you.
Right.
Ooh, hope it don't smell too bad.
And when the shit hits you, you need to know that that's there to nourish you and strengthen you. Like they put manure on seeds on purpose. It ain't like just shit just fell on you. It's just like goddamn, messed up. like no, you need the shit. So sometimes God's gonna hit you with the shit. So you be like, hey, look, man, I know it stink, but look, you're gonna grow through this. You're gonna become a tree. But yeah, right now you ain't ready.
Right.
Let me warm your spot up a little bit.
drop some shit on you real quick.
Oh man, that's funny. All right, move on.
Yeah. All right, man. What we on to now?
What, Jay? You had something you wanted to chop? Oh, you good?
No, I don't got nothing right now. So if I get something, I'll go ahead and interject in a minute.
I got you. That nigga said I ain't got nothing. Well, I guess I can get into this because this was kind of recent. So I've been kind of going through some. I don't want to say this. I've been going through some. I don't want to say arguments, debates, confrontation. It's a word. I'm not PC right now.
Oh, so we're going back to some shit that's coming your way?
No, it's done.
What a segue.
No, we out. We out. We all the way out. But no, so I had a issue. I had a personal issue come up where I had to have a strong conversation with some folks that were close to me. And it's funny how God works things out because one of the people, I've known them for years. Long time, like at least 4 or 5 years. And I was on the verge of losing this relationship with this person because I was upset at the fact that they were upset. Because I felt like I was being very truthful in what I was discussing with them and letting them know what my point of view was, but they were upset that I was even sharing it. It's almost like when someone tells you the truth, but you get mad at them for telling the truth because you'd rather live the lie.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But how did you present the truth is the question.
The same way I was presented to y'all.
Okay, that bad. Okay, I understand. I understand why they're upset. I get it.
I got you.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Wait, we talking about this on the podcast like this? Huh? Shit, all right.
Let's go.
No, I didn't know this is where we was going. Shit.
No,
I was trying to figure out where the story was going. When you said that, I was like, oh, shit, hold up. What kind of shit we finna get into?
Podcast war. No. No.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. As to why we got all this new equipment.
Chill out. Oh, this is like, what the fuck are they talking about? Okay. Just ride with me. But no, so anyway.
I have to.
So anyway, so yeah, I wanted to have this discussion with this one person, and so I text them. Now they ignored my text, right? So week goes by, we everything kind of comes to a head, and I was like, you know what? I really need to have this conversation because I don't want us to end on bad terms because I've known this person for years, and I feel like this relationship is about to tank, right?
Right.
So I was a little restless. I read the Bible. the night before to try to calm down. That worked for like 8 hours. Then I woke up.
Wow. So this worked because you were asleep, not because you read the Bible.
Yeah, I mean, basically. But that is a segue. Isn't it kind of weird though? You start reading the Bible and you immediately get sleepy. I think that's the devil. That's crazy.
That's the devil.
Yeah, because I was in Psalms 93 and I was like, man, this is really
Out of there.
I don't know what that is, dog. But no, so I woke up and I was like hot again. I was like, okay, let's I'm with the shits. Let's go ahead and get this thing done. So I call. They don't pick up. Right? And I was like, the hell? So I call again. They don't pick up. And I was like, all right, I ain't calling no more. Right? We get to work, and for whatever reason, we have this team meeting. And this team meeting has some personal development in it.
Okay, that's what's up.
Which is rare. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to read a little bit of it. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I want to read a little bit of it because what ended up happening was what was said ended up saving the relationship. So it was on listening actively. And I don't know what book it came from because he just gave us like the printout section of the chapter. So forgive me for not giving credit to this gentleman or young lady, whoever wrote this. So it says, listen actively. Too often negotiations proceed as follows. Party A sets out his opening position. Party B is so focused on figuring out what he will say that he doesn't really listen. When Party B's turn comes to lay out his position, Party A thinks, oh, he didn't respond to what I said. He must not have heard me. I better repeat it. Then Party B conclude. I want to say Cardi B so bad.
When you say that, I'm hearing Cardi B. I just didn't want to say anything.
Money moves.
Money move. All right. Then Cardi B concludes that she too has not been properly heard. So she repeats her position. And it goes on in a dialogue of the deaf. That's what it's called, the dialogue of the deaf. Everything has been said before, says a character in a novel by Andre Gide. But since nobody listens, we have to keep going back and forth, beginning all over again. Mm-hmm. You have an opportunity to interrupt the chorus of monologues if you're willing to be the first person to listen.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh my gosh, bro. I've gotten into arguments like that to where it's like one of those things where like, like earlier in the argument or the discussion, like, you're both upset, but then you go to reconcile it another day or later on, you already have in your mind what you're going to say.
Right.
And so your whole objective is just to say what you're going to say. Right. Right. And just like the example that you gave, that person might have exactly what they want to say, but nobody's necessarily listening to each other. They just want to get their point across. So I'm saying one thing and they looking at me, but they're saying this other thing because they have this narrative that they already have played out in their mind of how the conversation is going to go based off what they already have set in their mind they're going to tell you.
Exactly. You
know what I mean? And so like the thing, like your
example.
Shit, yeah, like your example says, like that gets the conversation nowhere.
Right.
That gets the conversation nowhere, bro. So, I mean, me personally through that, I've kind of learned to just try to listen first, just to see where the other person's coming from.
Right.
Not that what I want to say or my feelings or thoughts are not important, because they are.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at least when you come from a position of listening, through you listening and hearing what that person says, what you want to say or the questions that you have actually may get answered. You know what I'm saying? So what you said in that example, it makes perfect sense, bro, because you go in a circle. If you are just talking back and forth at each other, you go in a circle and there's no resolve. See, me, I'm all about solution, resolving situations. I don't really like holding grudges.
Right.
Like if I can solve something or if something can be solved right then and there or as soon as possible, I would rather do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, like that, just going back and forth, like that gets you nowhere, bro.
Why you make that face, Jay? Why you make that face?
Okay, so I'm back. Oh, the backstory. All right, so
This nigga.
right. No, so I agree with that. what's crazy, I was watching some on YouTube. It was a channel called Charisma on Command, and the title of the video is "How to End the Argument."
Wait, what on demand?
Charisma on Command.
Oh, I thought you said Christmas.
I thought you said Christmas too.
Yeah. So
Charisma
on Command.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we fucked that all the way
Yeah,
up.
we did.
Charisma on Command.
All right,
Gotcha.
shoot.
All right, so title of the video again is "How to End the Argument." It basically goes back to what that topic was saying is two people arguing. This is I want to get my point across, then the other person just keeps on going back and forth. Okay, you didn't hear me. And in the video, it's like the best way to end the argument is whatever the initial point you make, you listen to the other person's argument, whatever their counter argument is. You start with, I understand where you're coming from, and you list their points.
Yep.
So that way,
that's exactly it.
That way they know that, okay, this person heard me. He listed off what my arguments are, and then they're more likely to move forward. So in the example that he was giving, it was based upon an emotion. So it's like, I understand why you feel this way. This is where I'm coming from, or this is what I can do to alleviate some of your concerns. So not just argue point by point, but whatever you're trying to get out of the argument, you address it through their points.
Yeah.
So that was like,
That's dope.
It makes it feel, well, I don't want to say it makes the other person feel like you're listening because you are, but you are framing it into a way where they're getting a win out of it as well. It's not just arguing, well, my side is right, your side is wrong. Is how can we move it together where both sides can be right? Right.
And essentially what Rock is saying, you actually breaking down a wall too, because most people, when they come to an argument, both defenses are up.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the only thing that's going over the wall is their side of the argument.
Yep.
But when you take what Rock says, like, look, I understand where you're coming from. I hear you out. You make that other person feel like, okay, well, yeah, they actually are listening, and their wall may come down, and they may be more receptive to what you have to say just because you are respecting, understanding, and comprehending what they're telling you or what they're bringing to the argument.
That was a really great analogy because I could picture all of that happening as you were describing. I was like, yep, wall's up. Yep, they're lobbing over the grenades.
Yeah.
Blow this fucking wall down.
And then, no, I was like, oh, yeah, they heard me. Okay, that wall's coming down. That makes a lot of sense. And to go on, it does go on to say, give your opponent a hearing. So it says, listening to someone may be the cheapest concession you ever make in an argument. Now, that's whether you're negotiating, like if it's something else outside, like money financially, or it's personal from a relationship standpoint. But it says, listening requires patience and self-discipline. Instead of reacting immediately or plotting your next step, you have to remain focused on what your counterpart is saying. Listening may not be the easiest thing to do, but as the story of Intel Steel demonstrates, which is an example they gave earlier, it can be enormously valuable. It offers a window into the opponent's mind. It gives you a chance to engage him in a cooperative task of understanding his problem, and it makes him more willing to listen to you. So basically, you get what you want, but you give to get, basically.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really dope. And I'm gonna tell you how this actually ended up turning out for me and working out for us. But the last thing it says, if your opponent is angry or upset, women, if your opponent is angry or upset, the best thing you can do is offer a full hearing of their grievance. Don't interrupt, even if you feel they're wrong or they're insulting.
All right, hey, read that part one more time for him. I
Don't.
don't think they heard you.
Don't listen.
Wait, what's going on here? What the hell's going on here? y'all just start throwing these shots.
No, we hitting everybody.
Grenades are flying.
We hitting everybody. So don't interrupt, even if you feel what they're saying is wrong or insulting. Let them know you're listening by maintaining eye contact if you're in person, nodding occasionally if you're in person, and responding with or I see, or whatever derivative of that if you're like on the phone. just so they know that you're listening. We're basically just trying to get y'all life skills, listeners. But when they wind down, ask quietly if there's anything more they would like to add. Encourage them to tell you everything. Now, you can smooth this, swag this out a little bit, because, I mean, I'm pretty sure this was written like 3 decades ago. So, I mean, you know, when it says ask quietly, is there anything more you would like to add? I mean, I don't think you should probably say add.
Right. Yeah.
So swag that out a
Is
little
there
bit.
anything else you would like to add?
Yeah, that's condescending. Yeah, motherfucker.
You know what? You damn right. I sure do.
Shit, I try to let you off easy. Now I'm finna really nah. All right, encourage them to tell you everything that's bothering them by using such phrases as "yes, please go on," and then what happened or whatever. Yeah, this is trash. Listen, it was good until that part. So it ends like this: giving a full and respectful hearing can often be enough to keep the person from trying to come back at you. And so this is how it ended up playing out on my situation.
Okay.
So me and this person, we've had some problems for a couple months now. And I gave them the business about 2 weeks ago. They got upset. They didn't want to talk to me.
Well, that generally happens when you get people to business.
Yeah, but I mean, and it's comp neg. It's 50-50. Half of it's my fault, half of it's their fault. I held it in, so I had plenty of ammunition to give them. Like, I mean, I had points like out the ass. I had points I didn't even make. So, so the thing is, God has everything happen for a reason. I called that person in the morning. They don't pick up. I go to work. I get some personal development. It makes me pump the brakes. And I say, you know what? Maybe instead of going at them, I should try to hear them out from their side. And what ended up happening was when we ended up talking on the phone, I asked them, hey, what are your thoughts on this? Where are you coming from? Where's your head at? Like, why do you feel the way that you do? Yeah. And they started to explain it to me. And the more they explained it to me, the more respect I had for them, because I started to understand their point of view. And so rather than destroy them, just trying to make my point, we ended up apologizing to each other because I could have delivered that message a little better.
A little? A lot better.
I mean, on the content or on the
delivery.
Delivery?
On the delivery.
Oh, only on the yeah. I mean, I could have polished it up a little bit, but I mean, when you just tired of making the same point because niggas ain't listening to you or acknowledging that you're saying this shit, and you what was it called, the conversation of the deaf or whatever, the book,
grenades going back and forth,
the dialogue of the deaf. Like, yeah, we just going back and forth, and I'm like, no, nigga, I'm tired of saying this shit. Like, nigga, timestamp. I can show you where you said this. Stop talking to me. But
oh man,
that's not the point.
Oh wow.
But we got a lot out of that conversation, and we maintained the relationship. And in a roundabout way, what initially started off as a problem between me and them actually showed there was a different problem that I didn't even know about, because I was cool-headed enough. I calmed down, and we ended up edifying and encouraging each other to continue doing what we were doing. So yeah, it's just amazing how sometimes stopping and thinking about how you're going to not necessarily attack a situation, but how you're going to engage a situation that could get hectic or problematic quickly,
right,
can change the dynamic. Because I just knew we were done. I was ready to fire off on this person, and I was like, oh, you know what? We tripping.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Now I got something for somebody else though.
See,
hey, conversation of the deaf. Remember, listen to their point of view.
I heard.
Respond back.
Yeah, I heard. I'm gonna respond.
Remember the walls we were just talking about? How you gotta bring the walls down?
Bring the wall down.
I'm gonna bring the wall down. I'm gonna bring the wall down. Grenade launcher. Bazooka. Boom. Heat seeking missile. It's gonna hit.
Oh man.
Wow.
Oh man. You know,
These are jokes, baby.
I've been thinking about something like and we could probably edit this part out, to be honest, but should we?
Oh no, we're not.
Should we be plugging our camera guy? Because we ain't got no video footage.
Yeah, we definitely got to edit that part out.
I'm keeping it. Nah, go ahead. I mean, cause my man does do us a solid. We appreciate him. Shout out to Tony Montana.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Lifestyle Productions.
Yes, LSP.
Our video guy, man, doing some great stuff for us. Lifestyle Productions is LYFE Productions with an S at the end of it. You can find them on Instagram. That's like I said, Lifestyle Productions.
Yes, sir.
LYFE Productions with an S on IG.
Shout out to the plug. I appreciate that. That was what's up.
What you mean?
You remember that?
Yeah,
Oh.
no, I completely forgot.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah.
Good soul.
Yeah, man, I try to be sometimes.
All right, so before we go and jump off this subject, because I do think it is one that we do need to go and talk about. Not only is it great for diffusing arguments and having those different conversations with people, like Red said, it's a good life skill to have, especially if you work in a customer service environment. This is all your job is. People are not going to see, your company's point of view.
Oh, no.
Like my last job, I worked at health insurance when it was right before the Affordable Health Care Act came in effect. Everybody's mad about premium. Why does my stuff cost so much?
Right.
And people get tired of hearing, hey, it's expensive going to hospitals. So you had to have those different conversations. Like, hey, I understand where you're coming from, and address that. Hey, I hear you, and try to go ahead and move the conversation forward.
Right.
So for those people who are in the customer service field, whether it's sales, service, or whatever the case may be, this is a great skill set that you can work on to make your job and make your life easier. Because, like we said from the original quote, these are your problems you have to grow from.
Oh,
tailor-made, baby.
Good tie-in.
Straight up.
And I was just going, you talking about the professional, so I'll talk about the personal. Just from this nigga eyeballs, he was like,
you could have dropped some on somebody else.
Another grenade going up.
For real, who you sending this one to?
No, I'm just saying, like, for my fellas and my ladies that are listening, when you are, having conversations with your spouse, like that's a good way to heal that relationship or that friction a lot faster. Like just taking that tips, like that tip is basically taking that tip.
Because I missed it.
Yo,
I missed that one.
that boy good. Listen, no, but I can't focus no more. That pause messed me up. But no, real talk, I'm gonna get it. All right, pause. I'm gonna get it. So from a relationship standpoint though, like, you ever get mad at your spouse, your girl, for the female listeners, their man, and y'all just ain't really trying to hear it. And that's really a great tip to strengthen your relationship and actually get some communication going, because that's usually the one thing that breaks people apart is they don't talk.
Yep.
So,
You're sure right about that one.
Mm-hmm. So in Speak Between the Lines, we give you life tips now. We ain't just talking about, money.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, not saying money's bullshit, but we ain't fluffing.
We do some bullshit though.
We do a lot.
We do talk some bullshit.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, man.
We here for the bullshit.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. And it stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can move on.
Yeah. I just keep saying, you said relationships, like, yeah, man.
Is there something you want to say?
No, I'm just saying, like, if you get to the point to where like you and your spouse can talk about stuff, especially like really bothering stuff. Like, I'm not talking about like surface level shit. I'm talking about like stuff that's like really like deep that may even hurt the other person's feeling, but it's something that you had to get across. Like, if y'all get to that point to where y'all can just like talk and understand each other's perspective, like that, life will go somewhere smoother.
All right, so I got a homeboy that's dealing with this. Let me ask you, because you said conversations that can hurt, right? Mm-hmm. So this nigga came up to me. He was talking about how he been in a relationship with his girl for like a year or something like that, and he not feeling her sex game. I don't know if that conversation gonna work. I don't know if that strategy we gave gonna work on that.
Why wouldn't it?
Well, how you go? Okay, pitch it to me.
I mean, now you don't go and tell your spouse that they sex game this week. They'll game poochies. Nah, I mean,
poochies.
So let me ask, that's your partner, right?
Yeah.
He's a guy.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this: if his
if this was a homegirl, this is Yeah, that's an easy conversation.
No, but I'm talking about if it was his girl and his sex game was weak or whatever, would she not tell him?
Yeah, but that's an easier conversation to have.
Well, that's
I think it's easier for a woman to tell a man that the sex game is whack versus a man tell the woman.
But I mean, regardless of what's easier or not, I mean, I think both parties should be able to do it.
I've never been told that, so I'm assuming that it has to be easier.
I mean, that's a hard pill to swallow either way, because like that's a sense of pride for both male and female. You know?
I don't know. I know some dudes, dog. They don't give a fuck. They just be like, man, I'm just here for mine.
For real, as long as they get days off.
That's why I think it's easier.
But what you're talking about though is what you just said is just some toss up. Like, okay, well, I'm going to just get mine off, right? We're talking about people who are in actual relationships.
Okay, facts. That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of those things. Especially like if it's your spouse, y'all should theoretically be able to talk about anything.
Yeah,
facts.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's something to deal with y'all relationship. I mean, you talk about finances, everything. I don't think sex should be any different. Yeah. Not saying that it's not a harder conversation, because it can be, especially if a man's pride's in a way. Like, if I wasn't doing some shit right, nigga, I ain't gonna say it would hurt, but I would rather her tell me and me try to fix it versus
going out and try to find it elsewhere.
Yeah, we do it right. You know what I'm saying? Facts. So yeah.
God, that's probably the easiest way. It's like, well, start with. My advice to that is start with what's good. And then he got
that from work.
And use the sandwich. That's the Oreo.
And then work on steps to improvement. The part that's not as good.
Yeah, but then end it with something positive.
But I sleep real good afterwards.
Like, you know what? Your pump game is good. When you give me head, it ain't all that. Oh, okay. But you know what? You last a long time. So
like, you look good in the dress, but when it come off, it don't be going on. Yeah, y'all wildin'.
Oh man, but just
I want to hear what he say when he hear this shit. This gonna be funny.
But to tie back in, like, you should be with your spouse. Like, that's one person you should be able to talk to any and everything about. So I don't think sex should be any different.
100.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. How do we spin off on sex?
You said something about having hard conversations that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was something.
They may hurt the other person.
They might hurt the other person. That's what, and I thought about him because that's the thing. He don't want to have a conversation with her because he like, yo. I mean, I don't know how to deliver that message. Like, that would be a problem. Because I would think women already feel a certain type of way. Yeah, because it's more women than men.
Man,
it just, and then you got all the thoughts out here. So that's why I'm assuming it has to be harder for a guy to tell a woman. It has to be.
Yeah, it has to be. That's a good point. Man, you brought up a good point.
Now, you might well just shut up.
Man, I don't know how you're gonna get out of this.
Yeah.
One.
Nah, I mean,
I don't know what he gonna do.
Oh, you talking about me? No, you talking about him? Oh, I thought you was waiting for me to give an argument.
Someone want to tell us?
No. Nah, man, but you have to say something. I mean, you should definitely just be building your girl up as much as you can, you know.
Yeah, like a Build-A-Bear.
Right. Yeah, like a Build-A-Bear. But I mean, so what? You don't have that conversation and just keep having bad sex?
I guess that's what he gonna do.
I mean, kudos. Shout out to him for making it a year.
That's a good point. Yeah. Shout out. I can't say your name, but shout out.
Oh, they've been together for a year.
Yeah, they've been out for a year.
So he's been having bad sex for a year.
I guess I didn't ask him when it started.
Because that's the thing too. Like, because it can start good and y'all can get used to each other. They can get lazy.
Whack.
Yeah.
They be turned to the position before you turn them.
How you knew I was done? How you knew I was done?
Oh, I knew. 15 punches, pat me on the ass one time. That's it.
Damn, Jay. That was oddly specific.
Very specific.
That nigga.
Man,
I don't know how we got on this.
That's a hard conversation.
Well, bro. If he doesn't want to have it, just tell him to listen to this episode.
I don't know if we gonna help him.
Well,
have his girl listen to this episode.
Yeah. She'll know something's wrong.
Yeah, fan of the show. Oh man! All right, I got my jokes off. That's funny.
Okay, cool. So was there one thing you wanted to touch on?
Nah, I mean I got most of the stuff I wanted off.
Pause.
He beat me to it.
Bet. So we gonna roll to catch that beat?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Cool, because I thought he was gonna do the tax thing, so I guess you're not gonna do that.
I mean, what the niggas? All right.
No, you don't have to.
No. I mean,
because
taxes is coming out, so I mean,
right,
I thought
so-
it was important, but
so-
I guess
I'm
not.
just looking at the outline. I didn't know.
You know, I mean-
he was looking for catch that beat, or if people want to say something else.
No, I mean, all right.
But if you don't want to, you don't have
No,
to.
we can do it. We do it. I hate teasing shit and not paying it off. Pause.
My goodness.
What's going on today?
No, so tax season is upon us, right? Mm-hmm. And so this is probably one of the most important times in your financial life, right? And it happens once a year. And I have no notes on this. I'm just talking, right? I have a problem when I see people ball out on tax season and they broke the other 11 months of the year. Or they asking for a handout the other 11 months of the year.
Yeah.
That seems a little off to me.
Yeah.
But for like 14 days, it's like money phones, making it rain online,
Yeah.
text message blowing up. Yo, man, you want to go to Top Golf? Nigga, you ain't asked me to go to Top Golf for a year. Yo, dog, I'm trying to hit that casino up in Oklahoma, dog. You know what I'm saying? Got that tax season.
Right.
Why you sound like 50 Cent? Got that tax season.
Yeah.
50. Tell me to get back. Now, listen. I think when tax season hits us, though, we like, in all seriousness, no more jokes. We do got to get ready for that. And I kind of have a different philosophy on tax season. Not surprising.
Yeah, tell. What else do we have philosophy on?
Yeah. But
We got credit, we got financing, now we got taxes. Go ahead.
well, no, because here's the thing with tax season, right? So taxes is basically the government is giving you money back that you overpaid. Yes.
Well, hopefully you get something back. You may not, you may owe.
Well, see, I think I'm a little different. I don't necessarily want any money back from the government.
You'd rather owe?
No, I'd rather
You rather get your money throughout the year.
Yeah, I'd rather just call it a spade.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that.
I'd rather have. So I don't want to get a check back from the government. I feel like if I'm getting a check back from the government, that means I basically paid them to hold money that I got no interest on, and they just said, "Oh, here you go," but they got the interest on it. Oh. They came up on my money, and they were like, "Yeah, like what's a normal tax return? You think for some people like a couple G's?" I don't know.
I mean, if you have kids, I mean,
I don't know. So say it's a couple G's. So all right, cool. I'm the government. You pay your taxes all year. You've been overpaying. I owe you 2 G's. Now I done invested your money, and I done came up on 6 G's. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep my fault. I'm gonna give you your 2. Yeah, that's a pimp. that's the hustle. So I do have a little bit different philosophy on that. Like I'm not really down for the whole. I'm just going to give all my money to them, but I'd rather not owe. I don't want to. I'm not saying you should owe, but better to
Be as close to zero as possible.
Yeah, better to owe and have more money throughout the year to pay off my debts or save my money or invest in what I want than to be like, oh yeah, I got 4 stacks coming back, but I'm broke all year long because I got no money to pay off no debt, which keeps me broker.
All right, so I'm gonna give the other side of that.
Shoot.
Not necessarily that I agree with it or I believe that this is something people should live by, but let's be realistic. Some people do. So let's say the average return is $2,000. So over a year, that's about $166 before taxes. So realistically, closer to $100. If people can't manage what they have, would it be better for them to get a lump sum that they could pay stuff off if they're not going to take the extra $100 and put it towards something productive?
That's a good point.
Run that one more.
So for people who have issues managing money,
Yeah.
and they're like, well, I'm going to get a $2,000 refund. I can pay something off or I can get something that I need.
Right.
Would it be better for that person who doesn't manage money throughout the year to get, let's say if it's $2,000, it's about $166 before taxes. So let's just call it $100, $120 after. Would it be better for them to get that money during the year and blow it versus to say that I know I have an issue with spending, I'm just gonna give it to you, and then at the end of the year, tax comes, I can get something I need, or I can pay something off.
You want my honest answer, or you just want me to shoot a shit?
No, I mean, I want your honest answer, but also keep in mind that this isn't necessarily you.
Right.
This is somebody who knows themselves, and they know they have an issue.
They know they have an issue with spending
if
money.
they have extra money. Because the easy answer is yes, change your mindset.
No, I would roll with the government.
Yeah,
I like, keeping 100. I would roll with the government. Like if I have a issue with spending money, I'm rolling with the government. As much as it pains me to say that, what's that saying? If you don't discipline yourself, the world will discipline you.
Yeah,
right.
I would say the world would be the government in that point. Like, okay, well, I'm not good at saving. So because I haven't disciplined myself to not spend all I make, the government's going to discipline me by saying, here's your little couple pennies that I made all my bank on.
Yeah. And I mean, some people, they can probably, I mean, to the other side of that, you know, some people can probably manage their money enough throughout the year to where they don't need that $150 or $160. They would rather get it at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
Right.
I mean, to each his own. Because I know some people that they get money. I know some people that don't get money back. They owe at the end of the year. So I think it's to each his own with that one.
That makes sense.
I just want to make sure I give both sides, and Rez ain't always just shitting on people all the time, but it's all good.
Listen, we established very early that shit is actually important for growth.
Oh, we did.
You gotta plant. You gotta put the shit on the seed. I'm just
some shit coming for y'all people.
I'm just saying. I'm just shitting on your seed. It's okay. You gonna grow.
One way or the other, huh?
Boy, that is too funny. That is too funny.
Let's catch that beat, man.
Bet that. All right, so we got to catch that beat going on here. Rock, you have to topple the king, bro.
We got the all R&B challenge coming on.
Bro,
we got
you already know.
This nigga Rez has won like 2 or 3 challenges back to back.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
And then the nigga whack like he don't know it.
Because you beat me, and then you beat Rock, and then you beat me last week.
Oh, that nigga winning. All right.
You're doing all right. You're doing decent. Anyway, so we got to catch that beat. We're going to give y'all a beat, and guess the name, guess the artist.
Okay, cool.
All right, cool. First to 3.
First to 3.
Yeah.
Wins. Of course, you know, we have overtime and all that stuff, too, in case y'all still want to play. Cool. All right, y'all ready?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So really quick, one more shout out to Lifestyle Productions again. While I get my shit in order and get my beats ready, I just want to give them a shout out real quick. LYFE Productions with an S. Catch them out on IG. All right, y'all ready?
Ready.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First beat is this.
I don't hear anything.
I love this song.
I'm trying to think of the artist. Know the song.
I love this song. Trey Songz.
This is last time.
Last time.
Last time. I was waiting for that Trey Songz drop.
Yeah.
Yep, Trey Songz last time.
Man, that video was fire, man.
That video was
hot.
Man.
I don't know why that wasn't on BET Uncut. I was like, whoa.
All right, y'all ready for this next one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Here we go.
This is on you, J-Rock.
Oh shit! Shit! I know the name. I was waiting for that. What's it?
You know what this
I don't
is?
know what this is.
I mean, I know the name, but the artist is what's getting me.
Oh.
I think we need to take this artist shit out of here.
Well, no, you still get half a point for naming the song.
Yeah, what's the name of the song?
Stay with me.
Nope.
That was nice drop.
Yeah.
I'm finna start naming R&B niggas. Because, I don't know R&B.
Casey,
Oh,
JoJo.
okay. Nah.
It wasn't Jaheim.
It was a group. I'll give y'all that. It was a group.
It wasn't Jagged Edge.
Drew Hill.
No, it wasn't Drew Hill.
I'm just
Damn,
we doing
y'all-
our niggas now.
Y'all missing one group, I think.
Hold on. So the only groups are New Edition, Casey and JoJo, Boys and
Mint
Men.
Condition.
Mint Condition, that's a female group.
I'm just throwing out
The
names.
Mint Condition is a guy.
It's
group.
got.
Oh no, there was.
Oh yeah, it was.
Pretty
Looking at
brown
niggas.
eyes. Pretty
Yeah.
brown eyes. Damn, I did fuck that.
Y'all don't know?
No.
Don't Leave Me is the name of the title.
Don't leave me stay. Same thing. You're staying. You ain't leaving.
What was it?
Black Street.
Oh, no, y'all never would have got that
Yes,
shit.
y'all forgot. Damn.
Y'all niggas must have forgot.
All right.
I mean, I take the hat.
Female listeners like it.
They like a bunch of bums.
They looking at us like this nigga trash.
All right, y'all ready?
Yep.
Damn.
Rich, you got anything for this?
I know this song, but I can almost see the video. It's in the recess of my mind. I just needed to work. I needed an excuse to say recess. I've been trying to get that out for like 2 weeks.
No? You know what this is, right?
Nah, okay.
Return of the Man. Return of the Mac.
Return of the Mac. Yes.
Fudge.
Let me see your phone real quick.
I feel like I seen that. No, it was on a soundtrack, wasn't it? I heard this on a soundtrack. I got Return of the Mac. That's all I got.
I got you. It was Mark Morris.
Oh, I never would have got that. Okay.
Yeah, I would never have.
So what's
that.
count?
I want to say it's. I think I've been split.
Yeah, we split the first couple.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all ready for this next one?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
for it. Oh. Hey. 25 lighters on my dresser. Yes, sir. I'm about to get paid. Lil Kiki.
I give you Lil Kiki.
Project Pat. Oh, Fat Pat.
Fat Pat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I give you Lil Kiki
Yeah.
because he was there.
Hold on. I'm so throwed in the game. Southside, scoot up, click, man. Some might catch me. I like that. Some might act like I ain't got it.
Are you ready for this next
Yeah,
one?
yeah. You know, it's P. Diddy and Mace. It's Mace.
I'm coming out.
You know what's
Now,
weird? When
who's-
I
who? Tell me who. Yeah.
I don't know his name.
You right there.
yeah, you really was right there. You know what's crazy about this video though? I used to think they were saying I'm coming out, and so I was like, uh-oh.
What are they saying?
I'm coming out.
Oh, that's what they're saying?
Yeah, I'm coming out.
This is a sample.
Oh, I thought she was saying I'm coming. I thought it said I'm coming home or I'm coming out. I can never distinguish it.
Yeah, I'm coming out.
Oh, pause.
Song title? Anyone?
Yeah, I ain't got the song title. Oh, More Money, More Problems. I'm
There
tripping.
you go.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay.
That's game, man.
I don't know. I think it is.
Let's see. We had Last Time with Trey Songz, and that was one. We got I'm Coming. Oh, More Money, More Problems. Yeah. You see, I'll change that. So that was 2.
And Don't Leave Me Black Street.
I missed that one.
Return of the Mac.
I got Return of the Mac.
Yeah,
So 2.5. So keep going.
Got another one? Y'all want another one?
yeah.
Yep.
How many you got?
I got a whole bunch.
Okay, let's go.
Oh shoot, rocket.
Okay. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
We can go with this one.
Yeah. Oh, I was in Florida when this nigga dropped this shit, dog. T-Pain.
Hey, snap your fingers. Do your step.
Baby girl, what's your name?
We can't hit no notes in this
Oh my gosh.
Sing like a game.
shit. Buy your drink.
Buy you a
Yeah.
drink. Like, are you not even guessing? You just jamming.
I'm just jamming. Right? I'm getting up like, hey, boy.
Yeah, that's the best cover when you don't know.
I'm just jamming. He be so good. I'm just jamming.
Yeah. What's crazy, like, nigga, I was in Tallahassee when that shit first dropped. When he first dropped that shit,
yeah,
that was crazy. Yeah, because he had a hell of a mixtape run while he was in high school. That nigga was running Tallahassee.
Did y'all go to high school together?
No. I was in college already. I had already graduated. But he would be performing at like the FAMU campus.
Yeah.
And yeah, mixtapes. That first album was a mixtape for the most part.
Oh, that's what's up.
That's crazy.
That nigga was way ahead of his time. He was sick. What else we got?
All right, I got some. Hold on.
Yeah, we just shooting shits now. Bonus round.
All right. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Oh! This my shit!
Yeah, son. You know who it is? Hey. Mini man. Young on me. I can't see. 50 Cent, baby. 50, nigga. Yeah, G-Unit.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, that was actually that 50 Cent loud.
Yeah, nigga.
Oh,
50
man.
Cent. Ferrari.
Nigga. That nigga was wildin', dog.
All right, y'all ready for this next one?
Yo, we gotta get in sync on when we sing these songs, though, dog. We sound trash.
Wow, that was terrible.
It was.
Hey, it was. You can start singing too, nigga.
Nah, I'm good. All right, y'all ready?
He had me on that 25 lighters.
Yeah.
He wanna do South shit.
All right, here we go.
Oh, we fucked up. It's on you, Jay. I feel like I should know this. Oh my God, I know this. Oh my God, I know this.
I know this song, but like, what the man?
Hey.
I used to run from this song. This shit came on in the club and I knew not to be around.
Oh my goodness.
What is this shit?
Jaquan Hood Hop.
Hood Hop, that's
Man.
it. Oh, my nigga Jaquan, dog. What happened to that nigga?
Man,
What happened to that boy?
Yeah.
Damn, I was in Tallahassee when that nigga dropped that
Boy,
shit.
you was lit in Tallahassee.
Dog, Florida was popping, dog.
All right, I got one more.
All right, one more.
Ready?
Ready. Hey, sample that shit. Sample that shit, ho. You don't know the J? I'm gonna give this one to you, Jay.
No, I don't fuck with that.
No, it's not Jay.
It's not Jay.
It's a J sample. I'm a hustler.
Good try
I'm
for an
a
excuse,
hustler,
though.
homie. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, homie. Nigga ask about me. Nigga ask about me. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, homie. Cassidy, dog.
Huh?
I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, homie. Cassidy was that nigga. The Problem? Yo, that nigga first album was so fire. What was that? Real Talk?
Yeah.
No, Real Talk was fabulous. He had a song on there called Real Talk. That's what it was.
J-Rock, bro.
Yeah, you got
Hey,
body, bro.
what's up,
And
man?
he started off nothing but R&B, dog.
I did. I had a lot of R&B in the beginning.
And they gave you
I
home
appreciate
court
that.
advantage.
Oh, hey, you know.
We don't know.
You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do y'all both a solid because y'all
I don't need
really
no
struggle.
solid, bro.
Nah, y'all
I don't need no solid.
Nigga, you need a solid.
I don't need a solid.
You need a solid, dog. We had to incorporate a whole new rule just to give you guys a chance. Listen, I'm gonna vacate the throne.
Man,
And I'm gonna bring the music.
nah.
No,
I mean, yeah, you can bring the music.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna bring the music. I'm gonna let you two, play amongst yourselves. Pause.
That's right.
And
That's wax sauce.
when you
fuck that.
guys get your game up, then I will come back to the throne.
Bro, you not that cold.
I'm about to say,
Like,
I'm not gonna take
aight.
that level of disrespect from you.
Like, I was rusty. J-Rock, he was jamming. He wasn't really trying to guess the songs and shit. You
Is
know
that
what
what
I'm
we're
saying?
rolling with?
Yeah, yes, we're gonna roll with that. Absolutely.
Oh, man. But yeah, if you want to bring the songs, you ain't bring the songs in a while. If you want to bring them next week, that's good.
Yeah, I'll bring them next week, man. Give y'all two a chance to do something.
Not
Not
saying
not a
that.
chance, nigga.
No. We just want you to bring the beats next week.
Niggas say, I'm tired of going home and download this shit.
Fuck this shit.
Oh man, and we'll have our equipment.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Should be better.
Yeah. We don't have a choice.
For real.
Or maybe a week out between episodes.
Nah.
We'll have the equipment. Don't worry about it.
The rental date is about to expire on this.
Nigga, you late.
Well, I got that eviction note.
Ain't no late fee. They just repossess your shit.
Yeah, just come get your shit. Like, damn.
Nigga, just get the tow truck.
You look outside like, God damn, they get my shit. I ain't got no letters or nothing. They just hauling my shit off.
Oh man, nigga, all you hear is beep.
Hell yeah. Shit getting toted away, boy.
Oh man, with the hammer.
Shit.
All right,
We got anything else?
No.
Nah, we gotta get our own shit. No, ain't got nothing else.
Nigga, we starting fresh.
Man, we gotta get all our own shit. Oh
We
my
starting
gosh.
fresh.
Bro, our listeners probably like, what the hell are they
What's going
talking
on?
about?
What are those?
Oh man, you know what, listeners? One day we might clue y'all in on this, dog. But you know, you gotta let time heal shit.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Then you can laugh
Some
about
shit
it.
really came.
Yeah, you gotta let the ink dry and all that stuff
Oh
before you
shit,
start saying shit.
that's hilarious.
You kind of gave him a sneak peek today, though. I didn't think he was gonna
Yeah,
go that way.
kinda.
Oh, nigga, that was y'all.
Nigga, that was you.
Nigga, I was just reading.
Nah, B. You said something, and I was like,
Oh, we going?
Yeah, we gonna go there? Oh shit.
We gonna do it?
Okay, let's go there. Yeah, okay.
No, man. Look, man. It's all good. Like that.
It's good now.
Well, the thing is, like, man. There was never any animosity, dog. It's just like these are jokes. No, okay, hold on. Look, you know what? We're gonna do it, dog. And these niggas got excited.
I was like, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Like, shit.
Oh, we gonna do this shit?
We finna do it.
Let's go.
Like, Michael Jackson eating popcorn in the movie theater. Like, nigga, shit, what we finna talk about? Shit. Do we need to have an afterthoughts episode?
Oh, man. On the show.
Oh man, Rez reveals all.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Man, that's funny.
No,
Oh, y'all
man.
wilding out today. Y'all wilding out.
We wild out every episode.
Oh man, yeah.
I like this.
You know what? We gonna go out on a high note. We good. We good.
All right, King Gabe out of here.
J-Rock.
Yeah, young Rez.
Stick between the lines. We out of here.
1,
2.
Oh.